One of the greatest parts about fall is the leaves. Growing up in Massachusetts, that was one of the best parts, I think, about fall is you know it's there because you just have to look around. You know, there's other parts of the world where you don't really even notice that the seasons are changing, and that's definitely one of the best parts about living in New England, I think, is just knowing that it's fall by looking outside. And it's usually pretty sudden too, like you just kind of notice like, oh, that tree's a little more red today than it was before, and then suddenly all the trees next to it like the next day are just all orange, and you don't really expect it, but it's always nice when it does happen. And a great thing that comes with the leaves is, of course, them all falling to the ground, and then that just becomes part of your walk wherever you go. You know, they're either crunching under your feet or it's just rained and they're all like slick, so you gotta be a little careful when you walk. The leaves just become part of the terrain. And it's something you get used to too, just like the snow, and walking around in snow, it's different than walking on solid ground, just like walking around with leaves is a little bit different too. And I know raking leaves into a big old pile and jumping in them that's kind of a tradition for some people, but it's one that I never really liked. I don't know. There's something about it, just, yeah. The leaves always just feel a little like spiky to me. Like I feel like you always just get jabbed by the spiky ends of the leaves. I don't know. And then you're just covered in these tiny little chunks of leaves and sometimes like spider webs and stuff. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I get the appeal, but it's not quite for me. I'd rather just watch them. I'd rather just watch the leaves from afar, I think. But I don't know, maybe that's just me.